So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at some word problems here. So I have Dante spent $11.25 on 3 new and 4 old comic books. Samantha spent $15.75 on 10 old and 3 new. We want to write a system, 2 equations, and then we want to solve to find out how much each comic book cost. So when we're doing equation or word problems, our first sentence is going to give us our first equation. Our second sentence is going to give our second equation. Usually this will work out for us. So let's write Dante's equation first. Well, Dante spent $11.25. I know that that's going to be my total, $11.25. He spent that on 3 new and 4 old comic books. So those are the 2 things I'm actually trying to find, the new and the old. So those are going to be the things I give the variables to. So I'm going to get 3 new, and in math tells me to add 4 old. So that's Dante's equation. So now we're going to go ahead and write Samantha's equation. Well, she spent $15.75. And she spent that on 10 old and 3 new. So be careful when you're reading this, because remember I said old is Y and new is X. So I still have a 3X plus a 10Y. So now we can solve this by elimination. Right now, the 3's are the same, but one's a positive and one's a negative. So I need to multiply this by -1. So I'm going to end up getting a negative 3x minus 4y equals a negative 11.25. This equation disappears, and I can go ahead and add these straight down. I'm going to grab a different color here. So those are going to cancel. A 10 plus a negative 4 is going to go ahead and give me a 6y. And then I'm going to get a 15.75 plus a negative 11.25, which is going to give me 4.5. Now divide by 6, divide by 6. So y is going to be 0.75. So now I know that my old comic books, so my old books are going to be 75 cents. You need to make sure you write that in words for me. So now we're going to take that 75 cents, we're going to plug it in for the old books, and we're going to find out how much the new ones are. So I'm going to go ahead and use that equation I erased right away in the beginning. So I'm going to do 3x plus 4 times 0.75. It's going to equal 11.25. So 4 times 0.75 is going to give me 3. So I get 3x plus 3 equals 11.25. And we're just going to solve. Subtract 3. So I get 3x equals 8.25. Divide by 3. So x is going to equal 2.75. So my new books are going to cost me $2.75. Next problem here, I have Amy's walking a straight path that can be represented by the equation negative 2x plus y equals 3. At the same time, Kendra is walking in a straight path that has the equation 3y equals 6x plus 6. At what point will the girls be in the same place? So we need both of these to be in standard form. So let's go ahead and write them out. I get a negative 2x plus y equals 3. That's in standard form. That's good. This equation right here, the 3y equals, is not in standard form. So we need to put it in that by subtracting that 6x. So I'm going to get a negative 6x plus 3y is going to equal 6. So now I want these to be the same number but cancel out. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to multiply this top one by a negative 3 so that I can get those y's to cancel. So when I do that, I end up with a 6x minus 3y is going to be a negative 9. So I can add these down. Well, those 6x's cancel out, but guess what? The 3y's cancel out. So I have 0 things left on this side. I then get a 6 plus a negative 9. I get a negative 3. Now remember from our notes, this is a false statement, which tells me there is no solution. Okay? In this situation, that means these two girls will never meet. They will never cross each other's paths. Last example here, a shipment of TVs, some weighing 30 pounds, each and the others weighing 50 pounds each has a total weight of 880 pounds. If there are 20 TVs altogether, how many of each type of TV there are there? So there's two things we're talking about. We're talking about these 30-pound TVs, which I'm going to call my X's, and the 50-pound TVs, which I'm going to go ahead and call my Y's. So I know that my first equation, or my first sentence gives me my first equation. So I'm going to end up with 30-pound TVs, X, plus my 50-pound TVs, which are my Y's, need to total 880 pounds. Those are all pounds, so that's going to be one equation. Second equation then. I know there's 20 TVs total, so when I take my 30-pound TVs and I add my 50-pound TVs, that needs to be 20 total TVs. So I want you to pause the video. I want you to try to solve this using our elimination, and then come back and check your answer. So when I went through, I found out we had 6 30-pound TVs and 14 50-pound TVs. So if you got this one wrong, come check in with me before moving on to the practice assignment for the day.